Virulent Valley. Yes, I did read that correctly. Based off this picture. Toxic River Small Dot J. Well, that certainly lines up with the name. I kind of like these space scenes with the planets. Oh, we got some nice double moon. Got nice, colorful, a lot of colors in the sky. Oh, this big ringed planet, which actually kind of looks weird. I mean, that's probably realistic, but since we don't really see that stuff in, like, everyday life, unless you like an astronomer or something, the fact that it's casting such a harsh shadow on the rings actually looks really funny to me and makes it look more like a prop. What do you mean by workshop requests? Someone's asking if I still take workshop requests. I've not actually ever taken any requests. I've just been doing whichever stuff showed up most recently, but if you have something you'd like me to take a look at, if it's just one track, I don't see why not. Also, ooh, look at that river down there. That's a neat element. I have a feeling a track is going to go towards that, but since I'm already here, I'm going to go look at it. Got a little splash that kind of like hides in. It's a nice transition. What is it? It instantly kills me if I touch it. I don't think I was going for... Wait. Is this actually the beginning of the track? I was so distracted with the background, I didn't actually notice that. What is this roadway? I mean, I guess it's like... No, yeah, it's pretty easy to see. It's just, from here, it's like... Because the dark's so even, it's like, that's not a road, is it? But, alright. And yeah, we are going directly over this road. Yeah, it is kind of cut into by the scenery. Oh, this is weird. I have a feeling this is me getting distracted by the cool glowing green river, but I'm having a hard time keeping track of where the actual track is going. It's everything's all hazy and gray. Really, the track needs some more contrast, I think. Old track from 5 years ago. They got best of the months rates for few months back then. Yeah, sure. I mean, drop me the name. I'll take a look at it. I like a lot of the environment on this track. What? Why is that one spike glowing? Like, yeah, it's just confusing. Hold on, let me back up a bit. Yeah, because like nothing else is lit. That feels like it's just a distraction, or we need a little more of that going on in the environment. Preferably around the track, because like I said, the track needs to contrast the environment a little better. It's kind of easy for it to get lost in everything. I mean, are those blue thorns kind of supposed to be signposts? I guess they kind of sort of work like that, but just finding the general location of the track isn't the problem. It's finding where the actual drivable surface is. Let me give another look through this. Okay, yeah, I actually did not notice that glowing blue element before. Okay, you know what? I do appreciate the effort there. Kind of give a, yeah, you want to jump towards this. Actually, are these... Oh, wait a second. Green is an alternate path, isn't it? Okay, I do appreciate that. Having, like, a special alternate track signpost, you know, that's actually a really good thing. And it's kind of subtle because they're so sparse. But, like, once I'm even here, where do I go? Is it saying to go down here? Okay, it actually is. Alright, so... Oh, geez, that is not what I expected whatsoever. We are probably supposed to be on that ringed planet we saw at the beginning. Having this screen effect around the screen is... again, throwing me off. I'm not sure. And yes, Distance absolutely does have a fantastic soundtrack. Where am I going? That is kind of the theme of my impressions of this level. Where am I going? Actually, okay, it's not entirely where am I going. It's more where's the road. This has been the first true absolutely no clue. And the screen effect is still here. Actually, hold on. Was the screen effect here the whole time? Did I just not notice it? No, it actually wasn't. I was like, I don't think it was, but maybe I was just so distracted I actually just didn't notice. Now, okay, I'm not going to go the alternate path. I appreciate that it exists. I want to take a look at the regular stage. What was that jump? That was bad. Bad on my part, not the track. Like, yeah, the honestly, like, the blue thorns, also, these are, yeah, a full-on checkpoint. Okay, that's fair enough. I feel like it could be a little more overt, but I don't know. Like, I appreciate there's something to help me find the general area of the track, but I mean, now I'm paying more attention to it. Yes, it's easier to follow the track, but I feel like it could really use a little something to help it stand out from everything. I mean, the hidden path, sure, I'll accept hidden paths being awkward and difficult to actually pathfind because it's the special secret shortcut. You know what? Fine. Main path, I do not like it being like this. I'm like, that guy looks like he's flying. Was I supposed to fly here? So yeah, that's a case where I'm like, am I flying? Is that the track down there? What's going on? It's like, because the track is kind of this same gray, stony texture, and it's like, there isn't enough to set it apart from the terrain. It's like, yeah, you can see it fine when you're up close, but if you ever lose track of it, it's like, it's really not great. Though I do think these blindingly white, these blinding on the inside, glowing white spikes for the ending are kind of cool. They're really, again, thematically confusing for the scenery, but cool. I don't think I can actually recommend this track at its current state. It's not bad enough to get a download. I think it's entirely playable. You can have fun with it, but I do think it does need some fixing up. So I think I can't. If it gets touched up a little bit, I think I would be pretty comfortable giving it a recommend, but not the way it is currently. So. Okay. I actually have to check out that secret route, because now that I know it exists, I'm like, I can't really ignore that, can I? I love stuff like that. I gotta go see what it's about. Or at least make one more proper attempt at it, and it's not there. So yeah, we see the green spike, kind of off to this side. Again, I do appreciate that there is some signposting. Weird teleporter here. Okay, so what are the signs of where the heck I am going out here? I guess I'm just gonna try and generally go straight ahead. Not turn too much. I assume oh! Yeah, I don't like that. Really cool idea and cool scenery getting teleported like out to the moon or something, but man, that does not like... I have no idea where I'm going, and that teleport back just literally comes out of nowhere. At least the one in there is like, you're going through like an archway of rocks with some of the glowing things, spikes on the side, so it's like... And yeah, it is an absolutely huge shortcut. Makes it very easy. Which I kind of... I mean, for this level, I actually don't have too issue. Generally speaking, I kind of dislike when shortcuts are that big and easy, because it kind of like... makes you wonder why you would ever actually drive the rest of the level if you care anything about times whatsoever, even just casually for fun. But in this case, I'm like, I'm not attached enough to the regular level to actually care that much. My biggest complaint really is that the teleport back is just like, I feel like I was just driving right out in the open, and then all of a sudden I was flying above the exit. I'm like, yeah, can we get some sort of signposting that, hey, there's a mysterious something here, even if it's not like a straight portal. But, Again, it's definitely got some cool elements, like visuals. There's some definitely neat things, but it needs some work. Okay, so let us take a trip over to the workshop, and I want to look for Desert City. That I'm being requested to take a look at, and it sounds neat, so let us see. It is the one with brackets. Alright. The author is... why do I... yeah, X-rays. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is the right one. Alright, cool. Nope, I did not mean to visit the workshop. Now I don't need a scan because I didn't download anything. Okay, workshop. Okay, it's not going to immediately... oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, it will put the newest one I subscribed to up front, right? Because I just wasn't at the front of my list, like I'm used to being. Good luck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is this going to be a one where I spend 20 minutes just trying to finish the dang track? I guess we are about to find out. And Omanai wants to give me a request as well. Alright, I will take requests, but I'm gonna space them out if this is gonna be a regular thing, that since I want to mostly look at recent things, I'm gonna do one more of the Minute Assaults and then I'll get to the track you want me to look at, alright? So if we're getting requests, I'm going to alternate between just a recent track and ones that people are actually asking me to look at, alright? And we've already got the classic This Is a Hard Level song playing. Distance 2? That does not sound familiar, so I don't think I have. But yeah, we've already got the classic This Is a Hard Level theme song. Actually one of my favorite songs in this game, but it tends to be a little overused when you play a bunch of really intense tracks because, frankly, it is the perfect song for crazy intense tracks. But let's see. I mean, we're already starting off with a bunch of weird lasery stuff behind us. Yeah. Okay, this is a thing. That's an interesting start. Ooh. A lot going on. Ow. I was literally just going straight, so I can't be too mad about that. It was just kind of, what the heck is that thing? Okay, so we got an arrow at least signposting where we need to go. Where's the warning for this? I guess the stuff coming in from above, but since it doesn't go all the way through, I'm not sure that's signposted as well as I'd like, but... Let me try and survive this first, then I'll nitpick the obstacles. I did like the crazy lightning effects at the beginning. Maybe a little more blinding than is really good for the playability, but I should probably try and talk a little bit less and try and survive a little bit more. Okay, so left there. So, I was like, I dodged the thing the arrow was telling me to dodge, right? And the game's like, no. No, you didn't. Have punch into grinder wheel. Alright, don't get punched into grinder wheel this time. Jump on the wall. Okay, yep, that arrow is commonly used for that, so I understood that warning. Okay, that one felt kind of unfair. I'm gonna slow down a bit so I can point out exactly... oh, come on. How did I actually manage to kill myself there? Okay, don't slow down too much, because then my handling gets a little wonky. So yeah, because the lightning flash kind of blinded me, so I couldn't see what was going on. And then down arrow usually does not mean jump. So that didn't feel good to me right there. I'm gonna go this way. What the heck just happened there? I'm gonna have to take a second look at that. Follow arrows. They're telling me how to not die. curious if any of those were actual lasers, but I'm not going to find out just yet. I will experiment with intentionally killing myself after I've successfully completed this track. I do like lightning effectors. That particular lightning effect the game has built in. I don't even know if that's the right term for it. Either way, I like it. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, I was not ready for all that. 15 bread! How dare you. Felt like a lot was going on there without actually being able to affect me, which, you know, maybe that's a good thing. Dodge some lasers, fly through the rapidly spinning cooldown points, don't hit the solid part. I suppose is not an issue if you're not trying to cut through the edge of the ring. Oh. That was just poor maneuvering. Oh, it's because we're going down an angle, that's why I'm not dropping back to the track as fast as I'm expecting to. That lighting actually showed up during the time with the music, and it was cool. I'm pretty sure that doesn't normally happen, but I liked it. Okay. This is very non-standard. I appreciate that. I'm not sure I necessarily like it gameplay-wise, but good creative effort at least. I mean, yeah, I could see why this track would be pretty highly rated. There's a lot of very cool creative stuff. It is certainly not easy, but for the most part, it's reasonably telegraphed and fair. So far, there are definitely some points where I can complain a bit or nitpick things, but there's not been anything terribly egregious yet. Just my bad driving skills. I will say, I'm seeing plenty of beat-matched lighting, so, I mean, can I really give this level anything less than a 10 out of 10? Actually, are any of these beat-matched, or are they just pulsing bit of timing that I'm not paying enough attention to tell whether it's to the song or not? Either way, it obviously was not actually being serious about that being the deciding factor, but it is much appreciated. Okay, this obstacle is a little visual. Oh, what? Where am I going? I assume I was supposed to actually go over all that. Can I actually just drive down the middle of this? I assume I would have some cooling issues if I literally went straight down there, but it looks like there probably is a method to do that. I am not going to do that because honestly this is actually more fun to jump back and forth between these. Okay, so yeah, there's an up arrow just saying, go over. You're not side switching, you're going up. Ooh, that was just poor landing on my part. Tried to drop down, tried to be a little too cheeky with dropping down right there. And I don't have my hands on the keyboard properly, so, you know, whoops. That's fine. As long as it works out, it was calculated. tried to do that a little bit different, and I was not ready for how I landed. Okay, so this is saying up. Okay, I do have wings. I think I honestly neglect too often to actually use flight where it makes sense, so I think I don't really have a good reason to complain about that transition. This is interesting. The road coming off from the side there kind of throws me off, and I'm not sure how much I like that, other than, like, it's cool thematically, but from a clarity of go which way thing, I don't know. Probably nitpick. Cool reflective tunnel. Very obvious checkpoint. And hey! Level complete. Yeah, I mean, I definitely have some points I'm gonna complain about this level and nitpick things, but that's pretty easy recommend. I would absolutely recommend this level. Like I said, it's not difficult to see why a lot of people like this level. Now, let's go back and nitpick the heck out of it. Like, I was gonna say this beginning almost looks a little too busy and confusing, and I don't like that. But frankly, like, once you've actually seen it more than once, and it's not just what the absolute heck is going on, it's cool. I like that, actually. It's fine. I'm not gonna actually complain about it. Okay, so that's like a spacecraft thing. But it kind of looks like a person when you restart and it's in a different position, and it's just like, it was just like, what am I even looking at when I came back here? Like, when it's doing that, like, I don't know how coded, scripted the movement of this thing is, if you can control that, but if you ever end up restarting, that thing's just like face planting into the track, it's like, what is actually going on here? I don't know that there's much you can do about that, or if you necessarily should. It's actually kind of funny. But actually, let me restart once, because there is one thing I am gonna kind of nitpick here, which is lightning effect are cool, but also really blinding. Like, I'm gonna say it's actually okay, because if you just go straight, you're probably fine. But I am not super fond of that. Those side crushers, I feel like maybe put an arrow on this, since you have arrows on almost every other obstacle. The lack of one makes this feel weird. Even if it's like they're obviously coming from the side, they kind of like stop and then the last one punches. I don't know. That's absolutely a very nitpick tier complaint, but yeah. So yeah, and this is kind of like, if you haven't gotten arrows are safe points, you know what, alright, fine, fair enough. That's kind of the, yeah, no, follow the arrows if you don't want to explode. Like that. See, that's a bad example of following the arrows, because I didn't actually go on top of the road, which is where the arrow was pointing. The scenery is very abstract, but cool. Yes, and punch into the grinder wheels. I found that very inconsiderate. What? Why am I... Hold on a second. I don't think this is actually your fault, this is from the level creator. But my car was like scraping against the wall when I wasn't actually touching the model. Yeah, what was happening? Oh, God. Why did I think there was a handrail? I'm an idiot. I'm like, yeah, I can just run up against the side of the road, even though it's on fire. It's obviously not a terrible idea. This is totally the track where it's nice and friendly and there's guardrails everywhere, right? That's a reasonable expectation when literally everything is trying to murder you. I think that's just something with the geometry, and since it's at an angle. These checkpoints, I'm a little mixed on. They look cool, but they also look like a hazard. Like, it looks like my car is gonna get sliced up if I drive right through the middle of this. I mean, I guess since there aren't really a bunch of there have actually been no lasers before now, I suppose suppose that's not entirely a reasonable analysis, but just knowing this game and how unfriendly this track is, that's my first impression. It's just like, those are lasers. I should not touch those. It's like, nope, that's actually your safe zone. And again, I mentioned this, but having... Okay, I see what you're doing now that I'm actually taking a moment to look at this. You're saying that's the pathway through here, but also having it point down when you also need to jump. Hold on, let me back up. Let me see how far away you can actually see that from when I'm actually like looking where I'm driving instead of trying to analyze the scenery. Yeah, it gets a little lost in the fire. That one, what happens if I go this way? There was an arrow going below, that wasn't. But yeah, that, I would say maybe change the color on that barrier or something so it stands out more if I was going to change something. Yeah, it's like this one really stands out more. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that there's a difference here, what's going on. Like, I kind of like that there's not just one way to go, but also I'm like, but why? Again, laser checkpoint. Confusing, looks kind of hostile. Okay. Onto the walls. Got a cool, like, energy stream running below us. Is there actually a tunnel here? No. Boo. I wanted to follow it, but fine. Fine, I'll take the road. Just because my spaceship is shaped like a car. I suppose I can drive on the road. Because I don't think this vehicle actually qualifies as a car. I think it just happens to be shaped like a car. And can drive on roadways when it so chooses. When it is convenient. Okay, here we have the first actual kind of hazard lasers. The lightning effectors, they're not actually getting in the way this time. Me actually seeing what's going on. Yeah, that one's cool too, because it's more like, ow. I think that arrow could stand to be more to the left, because that really feels like it's just kind of pointing to the middle of the road. Oh, what the heck? Am I exploding on this thing before I actually touch the physical model? Yeah, that's another model issue, but that actually feels extra bad when you're like, oh yeah, I have room to turn, and then you explode before you actually make it. It's like, where does this actually stop? I need to... Oh, come on, I can't back up on this slope. Okay, because will I actually explode if I'm like right next to this? No, but I could hit it before I actually get there and die, and that feels kind of bad. I'm not sure that there's much you can do about that. Also, kind of a minor issue, because the speed you're probably going, if you were hitting that, you were probably not clearing the main thing. But if you want to clean up small details, that would be something to look at. Oh. Why did I not register that arrow? Like, I saw it. But I didn't register it like, oh yeah, I need to go to that side of the road. Let me see again. Is this one that feels like it's kind of in the middle? Probably because of these big blue things. I think those had me distracted. Yeah, that's pretty clearly pointing to this side of the road. That was just 100% me being dumb and blind. No fault of the track design. Wow, that grading, like... Is that actually... It feels... I mean, one, it's just standing out because of the color is so different. Also feels a little similar to the arrows that have so far denoted safe spaces, so... Again, nitpick minor optimization, make that not the safe mark color. Or not as close. These are kind of neat. So, okay, so those rotating things on the... Oh, I didn't go in the bottom of it last time. I want to check that out. So yeah, the rotating bits around the side are actually a valid obstacle. Okay, I'm actually not going to be able to land on the road, like... Excuse me, like that. Yeah, this section actually isn't too difficult, but it's cool, and I have the autocorrect on for the flight, which is not helping. Where? What? Huh? What's actually happening right now? We're going down, like... Was I supposed to jump over that? That's... I feel like that is kind of an I don't actually know where the path wants me to go. Alright, in the interest of not actually spending an hour on this level, I'm actually just gonna say, you know what, some lack of clarity is actually okay if it's like secret, alternate, shortcutty thing. And I'm not gonna oh jeez, what am I doing? I'm pressing buttons I don't mean to. I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna get into that right now. It's a crazy amount of weird, crazy shadow stuff going on. I'm not that another nitpick. I don't like that the teleporter starts you upside down because the camera just immediately flips and it's just disorienting. And I personally dislike that and don't feel like it actually serves any purpose in the level. Other than to just be like, woo, upside down, confusing. Which, you know, if that's what you're going for, sure. Good job, you did it. Then alright, mission accomplished. Also, I do like these big, like, mining drill looking things. Now we're, like, out in a desert area. This is a good example of there is no clear roadway, but it's actually very easy to find the path I'm supposed to follow, because checkpoints stand out well. Drills are obviously an obstacle, so they're also helping to lead the way. Like, I don't have any doubts about where I'm actually trying to go. So this is a good job of not actually having strict roadways, but still actually, like, signposting the path. I think there's a better word I was looking for there, but hopefully point made. I'm just going to assume it is called win. Ow. Okay. Through the narrow rocks. Jump over a lava pit, which is not super clear, but it's not actually hard to tell it's there either. I don't think I'm going to complain about that. I'm just kind of taking it easy to take in the scenery and some of the details here. This is pretty visually noisy, but don't think it's that bad. Yeah, these are fine. Flame effects make it a little hard to... What was I hitting there? Game? I'm gonna blame that on the engine. That's not... well, I don't think. Oh, that was cool. Hold on. I saw, like, the green energy trail going into this. Can I drive on? No. I was kind of hoping I could ride on that, because that would be cool, but it's actually probably better that it's just there to denote that. What are these? Are these, again, this is one of those, this is a really neat checkpoint, but these feel like they should be hazards, and not a mark of good, go here. Crazy stuff going on the sides of the track. The overall color scheme has changed, I realize. Going up to crazy Sawblade land. Again, the false lasers on the checkpoint. Oh, jeez. Okay, that was... okay, so that... wait. Okay, that... okay. Yeah. This is me being bad hitting that. Then up and over. Switch sides. Up and away. This is Wings territory, and there are even arrows pointing right to it. So yeah, not seeing that before, just my own fault being blind and distracted. Okay, so what do I, like... I'm a little mixed on this because this... okay, you do have an arrow pointing it out. I mean... I don't know how I feel about it being up, and well, actually, you can't really see it. Like, yeah, I mean, Yeah, you probably did as much as can be reasonably asked to make sure that it's like, yeah, you go this way. But this road still really stands out to me, and I am curious enough to see if it goes anywhere, so. I'm gonna say this is probably fine, it's just me being me. Like, there are probably other things you could do to make it extra clear, but it's like, it doesn't seem like that's actually that, like, you could, but I don't think there's actually enough reason to really be upset about it if you don't. Okay, what was even in this part? It's like everything else is so crazy and memorable. This part's like, what? I don't remember this. Like flame towers and pipes. Oh, right, because it's literally the end of the level. We just have another laser checkpoint. Why does it look like there's something past it? Okay, it's just like a hologram laser, just for decoration. It's like it just feels like a checkpoint or boost ring. I was like, is there a path behind the end of the level? Even though that makes zero sense, because it couldn't possibly be a shortcut. I must know. Okay. So yeah, very nice level. How long did that run even take? 14. I spent 14 minutes on a single drive. Okay, yeah, I did probably spend, 18 minutes, 25, almost half an hour. Alrighty, but I didn't spend a half an hour just clearing it once. That's the important part. I will come back and get a gold on this another time. Today is not the day for that, though.